Hello and welcome to another episode of Viking Women's Basketball with Chelsey, Gregg. And Coach, you've been on the road the past week. You're home now, obviously, but you finish off a 4-game road trip this Thursday at Southern Utah. Just take us into the past 8-10 days.
Yeah, we're so glad to be back. You know, sometimes I hate to say it, but you can take advantage and just take for granted the facilities that we have and just being home. And when we walked back home for practice on Monday, it just what a great feeling to be back in our own facility, be able to get shots up. And so that felt good. I mean, obviously, to sleep in your own bed, all those things have come, with getting home. Proud of our team for how they've handled themselves. We've done a lot of recovery on the road. But like we talk about, we don't want to have that victim mindset at all. We're ready to come out and compete night in, night out. And I think that we've seen some improvements while on the road. But we don't think that anybody else is not going through it. Every league in the nation is dealing with postponements and rescheduling and all the things. And so we're just thankful to be playing these games.
Yeah, and you mentioned the improvements. Last Saturday against Montana State, best rebounding game against the D1 opponent since November. And then also you went off for 8 3-pointers, 5 of which came from Jay Lewis, of course. And Lewis now leads the conference in makes per game from the outside. So improvements, even if that was another loss for you guys.
Yeah, and we just talk about it. Maybe our fans are a little bit tired of it, but we're going to be process-driven. We have a young team. We've had not a lot of opportunities after Christmas to get better, to get to practice, to get in our game shape. And those aren't excuses. Those are realities. And so we're going to continue to get better. And right now where we see improvement is playing games. And so you saw that throughout the week. I thought where our intensity was, our defensive effort, how we execute on offense, which led to, I think, better shot selection. And in turn, Jada stepped up and knocked them down.
Yeah, and let's hope she keeps knocking them down, of course. And speaking of that, we'll get into this weekend. We're filming this before you guys head out on the road and play Southern Utah on Thursday. They then come back to the Viking Pavilion and play you guys here on Monday. So 2 games against them. They're a really strong team. They just lost their first conference game to Idaho State, a conference power. And then really balanced scoring and a very strong rebounding team. But what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, I mean, Tracy's got it going. Coach Sanders has them playing hard, playing together. I think it's another team. We've got a lot of that in the Big Sky where they've played for a couple years now together. They've had to establish that chemistry. They really play well off of each other. And like you said, they're super well balanced. For us, I think it's continuing to work on ourselves. Like you said, rebounding, we have to be able to be committed to that. But I think there's opportunities for us to push the ball, hopefully, if we continue to commit to our rebounding. Got to know where their shooters are at. Got to battle inside. They're 6'5" in the middle. She has a really nice touch around the rim, and so we got to limit her touches there.
All right, and then in between the 2 games against Southern Utah, Northern Arizona comes to Viking Pavilion Saturday. And they're, another team that's played together a long time. They brought people back off of COVID, including Kairika Rashid, who is a leading scorer and an all-conference player. And then also kind of unique with them when they come to play here is their 3 leading scorers in Rashid, Lauren Orndorff, and Nina Radford. They're all Oregon natives, so their family's gonna be here, which is kind of a different dynamic. But what can you tell us about the Lumberjacks?
Yeah, I think that makes for a great atmosphere. I think it's exciting to have fans in the stands, and hopefully they'll come back not just for when NAU is in town, but come and enjoy some good basketball when they're not. NAU, again, well coached, veteran team, like you said, players coming back with that COVID waiver year, as well as just some really great leadership. Their guard play is outstanding. Lauren Orndorff is back for them this year, which really I think has given them a boost. And then their younger kids that played some minutes last year, like Rodnabaugh, is giving them again some good minutes. And then, like you said, Rashid is a force inside. So for us, it's still, though, as good as these teams are in the Big Sky, it still needs to be about us and where we're getting better. Are we improving defensively? Are we getting stops, rebounding? Are we pushing with pace? Because in transition is where we're best right now. And then I think it will all come together. But we need to absolutely be prepared for what they have to offer. But it's going to be about our team and what we can bring to the table.
All right, there it is. It's a busy weekend. Thursday at Southern Utah, Saturday at 6 p.m. against Northern Arizona, so that's a little bit later than the Saturday games. And then Monday, 5 p.m. against Southern Utah, and that's a doubleheader with the Viking men who play at 7:30. For tickets and all other information, visit govikes.com.